a separate and unknown state of consciousness came about?
Here I was, lying in bed, waiting for this vibration to stop so I could go to sleep. And I began to think about Saturday and what a nice day Saturday would be, simply because of the fact that a cold front had come through, and it meant that up at Wurtsboro, where I was a member of a glider club, that the ridge lift would be tremendous. And that's when I found myself bumping against the ceiling. And in bumping against the ceiling, I didn't know what had happened until finally I looked around and said, oh, where am I? What is it? And I saw this flat thing I was lying on, as it were, like a concrete floor, and there was a fountain coming out of it. From the fountain, when I got positioned the other way around, was the chandelier hanging down from the ceiling, and I was bouncing against the ceiling. And I thought, oh, now I know what this is. This vibration is the beginning of the death process.
Children are very intuitive, and there was an intuitive knowing that there was something going on.
And I swam back down through the air to get back into the... And I was able to flop back in the body, and I sat up.
He didn't know what was happening to him. He thought he was dying.
I went back to the doctors, and they went through a whole series of tests. And so finally, I was very careful about this vibration and the control of it. But it got irritating, so I said, well, what the heck? Let's see what'll happen. And I went out again.
When I was at boarding school, you know how you are at boarding school when you're 15 years old and everything. So I was sitting there crying about something and felt the strong presence of my father. Didn't see him, felt it. I thought, okay. So I kind of quit crying, went about my business, you know. And about 4 days later, I received a letter from my father saying, stop crying.
I went through a whole series of tests of verification of going somewhere, doing something, observing things and stuff like that. And as a result, I got completely away from any fear, and that only did put together a much more devastating thing, and that's curiosity.
Through the research,